introduced to the brand when I shot Rush with Ron Howard, a movie in the 60s, 70s around Formula One, and TAG was one of the very first sponsors of Formula One back then. And I was gifted a watch, which is a beautiful Carrera. And then it's, you know, since then, and the people I met within the company, the travel I was able to do, we went to the Indianapolis 500, went to the Monaco Grand Prix, going to go to Singapore soon, and been to Hong Kong, and so there's a very adventurous spirit within the brand and the collaboration with everybody, and yeah, it's been wonderful.
So, as James Hunt in the film, I mean, you looked very comfortable behind the wheel, may I say. How much of the driving did they let you do, and how much did you want to do?
There's always a sort of insurance issues that come in, and how much they let us do, but we did a lot. You know, the film it wasn't a huge budget, so there wasn't a whole lot of room for special effects and so on, and face replacement like there would be in an Avengers movie or something. So it was Daniel and I within the cars, and a lot of the time behind a pace car that would kind of keep us in check, and then occasionally they'd sort of veer off the track and say, okay, go for it, and we do our thing, and it was amazing how difficult they were to drive, actually. You know, that the different sort of power than any car I've ever been in, and the sort of, you know, the clutch accelerator transition and so on, and gear changing was it's because there were replicas of Formula 3 cars initially, so not as smooth as what we drive nowadays, but yeah, pretty fantastic, you know, job to be a part of. It was, in most days, was fast-paced shooting, but also within the action and the driving. So,
how fast did you go?
I don't know. I was looking that way, not down at the dial.
So obviously we're here to launch the new Autavia collection. Do you have a favourite timepiece, and can I ask why?
I love the Carrera that I was given years ago is fantastic, but I've got to say the Autavia that I've just been given is pretty lovely. It's a blue face dial on it, but it's a good adventurous outdoors quality to it that sort of suits my lifestyle.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Autavia is all about those who seek adventure. You love the outdoors, you love exercise, you love surfing. I mean, how well does it fit with your lifestyle?
It does. It's holding up with the abuse that I give it. Most of the watches have I tend to surf in a lot of the watches that they tell me not to surf in and train, and I think of them as I'm like the crash test dummy for, you know, how robust they are and what they can handle. So they're doing well.
How adventurous would you say you are? Because I know, like, even growing up in the Territory, you know, and a remote station in the Territory too, I should say. So, you know, buffaloes, crocodiles. Yeah. Your backyard would have been an adventure. Yeah,
it was. I was 4 or 5. We went up there first time, 2 different occasions, and lived in a remote Indigenous community about 4.5 hours southeast of Catherine. And we're on different cattle stations in those regions, and there were my earliest, most vivid memories, and didn't own a pair of shoes because it was too hot, and we all had feet like leather, and we'd spend our days, you know, outdoors, didn't have a TV, and I feel like it sort of set my attitude and sense of adventure, you know, imprinted in me from a very early age, and yeah, so some of my happiest memories. Pretty special place.
And here you are today. I mean, you know, this is a career highlight, obviously, at Catalina with all of us here today.
It is, yeah.
You got to head to the headquarters in Switzerland last year, I believe. Can you tell me what that was like?
That was great, yeah. I was blown away by how detailed and the precision that was involved in making the watches, but from an individual, not from machines. You know, I thought they'd be sort of pumped out of a factory, and to see it from step one right through to the finished product. And the sense of pride and the collaboration within everyone at the factory was great. I had to go myself at trying to sort of align a few dials and things, and failed miserably. So
we don't want to purchase that. Do you pay extra for a watch that Chris Hemsworth has helped build, or do you pay less?
You don't want that watch. It's a freebie. I think it's tossed to the side.
So is life pretty good for you at the moment? Men in Black has just come out. You're about to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame alongside Julia Roberts.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Would you say life is pretty good at the moment?
Yeah, it is. It's very surreal, especially, you know, coming off Avengers, and I got home from that press tour and thought, oh my God, I'm unemployed now. You know, what happens now? And for the last 10 years, it's all about...
You go to Centrelink.
Go to Centrelink, that's right. but for years, it's been about what next and trying to, to plant this role or achieve this and so on. And if I'd been in that mindset for so long that I got home and was still kind of racing and thought, God, I need to just settle and just be home and realise that this is what I dreamt of years ago and worked so hard for, and just to be stiller in all of it and appreciate it. And so I'm going to take sort of 6-8 months off now and just be home with the kids and, school drop-offs and lunches and soccer practice and skateboard practice, and for the kids, not me. So yeah, it's wonderful, and just trying to, I don't know, it doesn't feel real half the time, so trying to enjoy it.
Well, it sounds like your kids are as adventurous as you, so I hope they've got their little mini TAG Heuer watches on as they are attempting to break it. But ladies and gentlemen, how amazing is he? Chris Hemsworth, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So we're just going to get Chris to take a couple of photos over by the media wall.